Ms.Mileena here. Today, welcome to the second episode of Ms.Mileena Reads Creepypastas. Today, we are reading, a Herobrine Creepypasta by D. Oh, sorry, my things call me pop up. Alright, and as you know, I upgraded the place a little bit to add the heads of the creators if they had a Minecraft account. And these two do. And Brinery himself, Di owns him, but I'm not gonna do what my friend did. Nobody dare me to do it. I will go crazy on this. But to go with the theme of Brinery, I decided to be in my Brinified Mileena skin. Oh my gosh, I just still love it today. Oh my god. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. So let me get in my spot where I usually read, next to the fire, because it's always a good place. I recommend you guys turn off your lights to listen to the story. It's always a good thing. So, let's begin. I was wandering around Minecraft on creative mode, working on my current project I promised my followers I'd start. It was Herobrine's Nether Fortress Kingdom. Between my second and third day working on my project in the Nether still, I had made some great progress, also making pathways in the fortress part long and creepy. As I was walking down the path, I heard something. I was walking down one of the pathways when I saw a blip from the corner of my screen, and even heard a small sound. I shuddered and looked around. I don't remember if I said anything or not, but it quickly made me feel easy. Was it the game glitch? I sincerely hope so. After walking around in the path a bit, I began to see things, and I thought a mushroom in the distance was someone standing there watching me. So I had enough of the fortress area and left. I decided to go off and work on a small tower that was connected to a long red carpet with redstone powered lever triggered the door, and work around there for a bit. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a small distance away under my feet, and perhaps 20 blocks apart, I saw a tag. It was blank and it was moving. I started to panic a little. I told my friends on Skype that I was seeing blank ghost tags, and one of them joked it was one of Herobrine's slaves that escaped. I fake laughed and joked too, but quite honestly, I was spooked. Were they ghosts? Glitches? I couldn't help think about my friend's demon theory in the Minecraft game, where the player could not see them. That's when it occurred to me, what if there were demons that my friend talked about? Maybe there were lost ghosts, spirits or ghosts. Who knows? Every time I think about it it gives me goosebumps. Journal 2, First Sight. If you guys are wondering, before I continue, the person who's talking is Di herself. As usual, I was wandering around Minecrafting on creative mode, working on my projects as usual. But I took a break, thinking about those ghosts. They gave me chills. I still struggle to go back there, so I started a new project. Matilda's Forest. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Today, I did exactly that. We're gonna Matilda's Forest, and I was adding some overhanging tree leaves to cover most of the campsite, along with a little shack built next to it. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise, a cave sound. I didn't really think twice about it and continued building. As I looked away, I decided to look across the river I built earlier. My vision was slightly foggy, but I swore I saw something watching me, a figure I could hardly make out. I began to feel a little uneasy as I made my character look away for a moment and placed a few more tree leaves down, and immediately forgot about the figure for the time being. I told myself I was only seeing things, perhaps just a villager. I didn't see that figure again. Journal 3, Eerie sightings and mind games. Ooh, I know about the mind games. The mind games, like I always do it when I play stuff. Now I'm making comments I don't need to make comments about. Sorry. It's been days since the first encounters. I'm not quite sure if it's related to the same thing, but I got a hunch and it might be connected to it one way or another. Just like what the others had explained. Those who had seen Herobrine had seen some unusual structures every once in a while. But I thought nothing but villagers and friendly mobs only. My spawn including, even if this, whatever it is, spawns. And this is no friendly mob I know about. It's the only mob I know actually that picks up things were Endermen. But they don't build structures like these. Some were pyramids, some were like traps. Luckily for me, I can't die and create one. Wasn't him or someone hacking my computer while I was away. This was really starting to make me feel uneasy. A feeling spilled over as I continued working on Matilla's forest. I constantly looked around to make sure it was not around. At some point, my mind started playing tricks on me. The suspense of freaking me out. I felt like it was going to drive me insane. Journal 4. Lost. Today, I decided to make a new world to see if I could perhaps figure out what's going on. I call the world Herobrine. I changed the version to its very first version. Oh. And it went to the world, this time, however, in survival mode. I walked around the map and started playing. After I collected some wood, I opened up the chat box and typed, "Hello? Is anyone here?" No one replied, so I continued playing. And I played non-stop. Eventually, I built myself a nice house and got some wool to make my bed. I was in a nearby sanding area and decided to make some glass. At that time, I'd forgotten what I named for this world specifically. As I waited for sand, the glass in the oven, I drifted off to sleep in front of my computer. It was pretty late, so I wanted to keep playing. I jolted when I started hearing my character starting to get hurt. I quickly moved my mouse and moved my character around. He was fine, but why was he making no sound? I started to panic. I made my character look out the window. My jaw dropped and gasped what I had seen. I was in the nether. I walked out of my house and backed up. And it was with some giant hand and grabbed some huge chunk of land and placed it down in the nether. I looked around and noticed the path was not too far away. It led to a bridge over a large pool of boiling lava. It was only took me a second to realize this was my nether project map I was working on. Suddenly I felt ice cold and breathed deeply as I moved my character onto the path and slowly made my way into the fortress. It was quiet. No mobs, no pigmen, no ghasts, nothing. Nothing but dead silence, except for the distant bubbling sounds of lava that surrounds my character. I continued walking down the path and up the flight of stairs that led to the big castle part that I was working on. It looked the same, just as I left it, but still felt uneasy. I hesitated on leaving, but my curiosity got the best of me, and I pushed forward. I headed down to the walkway that splits between the two bridges. The one that headed to the ground, and the other would lead to the long, eerie walkway. I chose the underground part and marched forward, and I was easily lost once again. And even though I built this, after 10 minutes of walking aimlessly, I walked around the corner. Something had vanished before I had a moment to register. I squeaked and jolted my hand that was holding my mouth, whimpering. I decided I should quit the game until I saw something in the chat. There was no name next to it. It said, "Find me." I froze. Find me? I thought to myself. I paused and for a moment and decided to type back. Why? I waited for a few minutes and blinked My eyes widened in surprise when it answered me back. I didn't think it would, either way. The reply was no help. It said was, "You will see." Okay, I have to make one comment about this. This is actually pretty amazing. This is a good creepypasta. Sorry if I'm being a little stuttering. It does scare me a little bit, but not much. Most of all, it doesn't. It scares my body, but not my heart. I hesitated once more. Was this game trying to tell me something? Was it trying to give me a big scare? I moved forward in the corner. Half hour I passed. I checked most of the rooms in places in my fortress. More rooms, words appeared in the chat. Where you sit is where he can see you. I stared in the chat for a moment, looking rather confused, but it hit me. Again, the one place I was not checked, your throne room. I had the place of a huge place of hero by now. It was staring at the throne where himself would sit. I slowly made my way to the long red carpet, where everything was decorated nicely with redstone blocks, torches, and steps. The steps were walled to hide in the redstone. I couldn't really go around because lava surrounded the other side of the walls. So much. I couldn't risk myself burning to death, so I moved forward. There were 2 levers on one side of the walls. I knew which lever was the right one and I flipped it. As the door opened, something was standing behind me. It was glitching out and it vanished. Everything around me was glitching now. I jumped and let out a loud yelp in surprise. I didn't really want to play anymore. I wanted to leave. I tried to quit the game. I pressed quit, but nothing happened. I clicked a few more times before giving up, and I pressed the X button on Minecraft window. Nothing was happening. It wouldn't quit. I pressed Control-Shift-Delete. Still nothing. So I decided to minimize my window. Yet, the game wouldn't disappear. I tried to turn on my laptop, but to no avail. I held down the power button, waited for it to turn off, but it didn't. I was about to walk away and find a screwdriver to pop out the batteries, and a new message appeared in my chat. Finish the game. Finally. I stared at the computer for a moment and took a deep breath and decided to get it over with. I sat back down and moved my character again. Everything was still glitching and warping around me. What somewhat difficult to see. It was like as if my character was nauseated and on a LSD trip or something. The best way I could describe it was like when a person bumps into a Super Nintendo cartridge and then go glitch the game up before crashing. I moved down the first part of the hallway. I know this part heavily rigged up with block traps, but I knew into nowhere. I spiced it, so it's hard to see where I was going. I heard clicks and falls, tripwire traps gained off after we went through the fourth. The fifth one came up and surprised me. It went in my character and got hurt, crushing between 2 blocks. One in the ceiling and floor. Luckily, my character was still on. I only got a few hearts dropped down. And I continued to move forward. Only hit a trap rim wall, which caused faulty tripwires to go click, 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 click. Okay. Once again, my character got hurt. 2 more hearts dropped. They were not healing. This was strange. I only had a few more steps before I was home free. I was scared to find out what was waiting for me to throw me in the head. Right after this turn, when I heard turned off, I once again went through all the tripwire. Click, 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 click. Instead, luckily, it only stopped me from walking. But it did startle me. I slowly made my way through and turned the corner. To only meet the figure face to face. I jumped in my surprise and jolted my mouse again. I only had a slight glimpse of this time. The character's skin had faded out colors and it was blurry. It was also looked like it was something else. I shrugged and moved forward and followed a long black carpet. That then turned red as I got close to the throne room entrance. My heart was pounding and my breath grew quick and short. My character became blind. I could barely see 3 blocks ahead of me. I began to whimper. What the hell was going on? I moved my mouse around frantically, and my character looked around, and I slowly made my way towards the camera. I looked behind me, walking backwards, to see a large place I had built. I stopped moving my character and stared. My jaw dropped. The face I had built and tampered with modified blocks were missing. There were no white parts where I put his eyes. Lava poured out of it and the slime blocked my pathway. The structure was caught on fire. The lava and fire spread, nearly blocking my pathway completely. I tried to move and leave as quickly as I could, but something was keeping me from moving anywhere. It was the game was glitching. I couldn't move forward, backwards, or go left or right. I noticed a new message from the textbooks. Turn around. Okay, one thing, if someone types in chat, like, no one's saying turn around, I would say, don't do it. That actually scares a lot of people, honest. I froze it and had realized whatever that thing was now right behind me. Couldn't move anywhere. I might as well end this nightmare. On the count of 3, I whipped my character around to face whatever it was, but there was nothing there. The game was messing with my head. The character was still blinded and nauseated in the game. Unfortunately, I wished it would stop, but it didn't. I tried to move forward once again, but it seemed I was no longer trapped. I made up the stairs, and my character was moving more slowly than usual, and it was not helping, especially when I heard a sound. As I got closer to the throne chair, the sound was a cave sound again. I didn't want to look behind me this time. I just wanted to get over it with it now. I made it to the throne. Nothing was there. Nothing again. I looked down at it and it looked like my character's head! My character spun about me, controlling me. And face to face as a blurred figure was there before me. I heard these loud distorting sounds. It was nearly completely grayed out, Herobrine skin with white eyes, with a pair of very faint blue, and then, just like my Herobrine on my blog. In fact, this Herobrine skin looked exactly like my blog's Herobrine. The hair and everything. Suddenly, my screen fuzzed out and turned black. Like the computer had just shut down on its own. I tried to turn it back on. After a few minutes, I turned it back on. And my computer had been wiped clean. Nothing remained. I lost my programs, my art, everything. I had to start all over. A few days after, I got Windows reinstalled on my computer. I decided to try every kind of game back on my computer. Apparently, the account never existed. It was wrong. I finally got over it and got myself a new Minecraft account. Unfortunately, I messed up the username because I did it right. My computer glitched up and changed the lettering before I hit enter. It was too many minuses, so at least I was not happy. There was one more thing this time, which happened before I left me along for good. One day, I was included with my new account. Far in the distance, saw floating in the cloud. This time, it had a name, Ink-Tail Dragon. I stared at it until it disappeared, and it hasn't come back ever since. Trucks to say I still not know what or why of this even happened. Only that it just did. For the love of God, if you see the same things I do not what I just did. That is, if you cherish your Minecraft account and the things you have saved on it. Because if you do what I did, you will lose everything. Let this be a warning to everyone else out there. Something dangerous haunts our Minecraft, Herobrine, or whatever it was. It is something. It is more than what meets the eye. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, I really hope you did. If you did, please slap that like button with your butt if you have to. And if you If you want to request another creepypasta story, let me know in the comment section below. I would appreciate it. I'm Ms.Mileena. Peace out.